Hello beauties, welcome back to my videos. Today we are going to use again my Glownique Aura makeup brush set, and we're going to create a beautiful no makeup look. So first of all, we want to start by creating our base. We want our skin to look as flawless and as smooth as possible. So I'm going to start with my primer. I'm going to use this Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer Moisturizer. Okay, now it's focusing finally. And this is super hydrating and it will create the perfect base for my makeup. Going to start by applying, this is literally like a moisturizer and primer, like a two-in-one product. So I'm just going to apply it like this everywhere, and I just massage it around my face just like as I would apply a cream. I'm just putting my hair back because I don't want to have foundation on my hair when I'm doing makeup. Okay, perfect. So as a concealer, you want to find something that it's very close and similar to your skin tone, because everything that you're going to apply for this makeup look is going to it has to be something that looks very close to your natural skin color. So you don't want something that it's obviously showing that you have it on, like, you know, like some makeup that, I don't know, like a heavy contour or anything like that, or a bronzer where you can totally see that you're wearing makeup. We don't want that, so we're going to apply a concealer that is very close to your skin color. In my case, I have this Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the color Shortbread, and I'm going to use this. So I'm starting by applying my concealer wherever is needed, wherever I have to correct some pigmentation or redness that is there on my skin. So we're starting with the under eye. I'm starting with a little bit, just like this, and I'm going to use my Mango Beauty Blender that you can find inside of the Aura makeup brush set. You will find this as well. And I previously put some water inside, like, and squeezed it out just to make it a little bit moist, because the application of the foundation and all the skin product will be much better when it's a little bit moist like this. And we're going just to apply it very well. I'm just doing pressing motions over here using the side of my beauty blender because it helps me in the corner of my eyes. Perfect. And you blend the product very well until it's well blended on the skin. Now I'm going to apply it on the other areas where I have a little bit of pigmentation or redness. I go slowly and I don't apply too much product before I blend it, because otherwise my skin is going to absorb it and it's going to be like this even in your case. So just work a tiny bit at a time. So if you apply your concealer, don't apply it all over the places that you have to apply it immediately, but work in sections, because otherwise it's going to dry up the concealer and you cannot blend it anymore. And it's the same thing for the foundation. Okay, on this side as well. Because I have all this pigmentation caused by pregnancy right now. I didn't have this before, but it just happened. So I keep blending. Now I want to put a little bit where my nose is, and I have some redness on my chin too. Yes. And I spread the rest of the product in those areas where I see that it needs a little bit of correction, but not too much. So the product that I have left on top of my beauty blender will be enough to cover those areas that are not too red and they don't need too much product. So I'm going to just blend it out to those areas that needs a little bit of correction, but not too much correction. If that makes sense, how I'm explaining. I hope so. Perfect. Now, if you have a very beautiful complexion that doesn't have too many imperfections, I would totally suggest you or recommend you to use like even a simple BB cream. But in my case, I'm going to use foundation because I need to cover a little bit of this pigmentation that is going on my cheeks, right? So I'm going to use foundation. And for this, I'm using the Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless. It's this one in the color 120 in Classic Ivory. And I use this foundation a lot, the Fit Me line from Maybelline. I'm a big fan of this because I find that, ooh, I made a mess, look at that, ooh, perfect. I took out too much product. Because this foundation adapts to your skin tone. That's why they market this foundation with this name, saying like calling it Fit Me, because it's supposed to adapt to your skin tone. However, try to buy something that matches very well your skin tone, because it's always best to have, like, no matter what type of makeup look you're doing, always best to match to your skin tone, so you don't have a different color between your neck and your face, which is very unappealing, I would say. And I really did a mess, guys. I took out too much product. I'm keeping it on top of my hand to use it for my cheek. Hopefully it doesn't drip all over down. And make sure that you don't apply an excessive amount of product, but just what you need, because we want to mimic a no makeup effect, right? You see, I like this foundation generally because it's good for the no makeup look, but generally it gives you this very how do you say, natural looking skin tone. It doesn't really show like you're wearing foundation. It blends super well, it's not cakey, and like I said, it adapts pretty well to your skin tone to match it. And blend it with your Mango Beauty blender that you have from the Glownique Aura brush set. Just the way I am doing, keep working it until it looks very natural. When your foundation is the right type of foundation, okay, you don't need to drag it all the way down because it's not necessary, because it's so similar to your skin tone that you don't need to do that in order to match it. So be wise when you choose the color of your foundation, it's very important. Now we want to set up the foundation and the concealer with the powder. I'm going to take the translucent powder by Laura Mercier. If I can focus. Make sure that everything is in place, that you don't have crease where you apply your concealer or your foundation. And then once you make sure that everything is fine, just then it's time for you to set it. Okay, let's see. So for this, I'm going to use all over my face the M1 brush, this one. And I'm going to take a little bit of the powder, like this. Shake it off a little bit because we don't want to have too much, and go in pressing motions like this because we want to stop the foundation from moving. We want to secure it, so we want to go in pressing motion when we set it. Take a little bit more. I'm going over here. A little bit more of the setting powder. And this brush will help you set up the foundation pretty quickly. Okay, now it's time for the eyes. I'm going to do a primer on my eyes. I'm going to use this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I'm going to take a little bit of this. Going to apply on my eyelids. Pressing it gently. I don't need to set this because the product doesn't need to be set. This type of primer is very light. The formula is very light, doesn't need set. It's not messy or cakey. Now for my eyeshadow, we're going to use this e.l.f. that is called Matte for Matte eyeshadow palette. This is like a very good palette. Like, you need a palette that has everything like matte inside with neutral colors. You can see there's no shimmer in it. It's absolutely opaque. The feeling, not the feeling. the look is very opaque. Like, so it's matte eyeshadow, as you can see. And you have every type of color. You can do everything from neutrals to like smoky eyes. So it's a very nice palette that I really recommend you. And for this look, we're going to choose colors that are very close to your skin. I'm going to show you on my skin which color I am using, and then like you have to match it to your skin as well. Like, if you have a deeper skin tone, perhaps you have to change the color that you're using and find something that is more similar to yours. So I'm taking my M13 brush over here, this one, and I'm going to start with this area over here, applying something to give a little bit more of depth, but it doesn't have to show too much. So I'm going to use this color over here, the third one. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to apply it over here. And I'm going to blend it out very, very, very well to make it look almost like it's not there. Take a little bit more of this same color over here that I was telling you. I'm going to do the same again. Going to go a little bit inside here, but it will not show much. It doesn't have to show. That's the whole point of this. Just to create a natural shadow. Okay, doing the same on the opposite side with the same color. This one. Product. It's all about blending very, very well. Going on the outside corner here, on top, with the remaining stuff that I have on the brush, the remaining color, but it's just to create a shadow, so it doesn't have really to show. So I'm not going to apply more. Now for this area over here, I'm going to take another palette. This is the Milani Most Wanted eyeshadow palette, the number 110 partner in crime, okay? Because it has this neutral looking color, okay, that once applied they will look very similar to my skin tone. And I'm going to take the M18 brush over here. It's like a flat brush, very compact and flat, as you can see. And I'm going to take this color over here. It looks actually darker in camera, but it's very, very, very neutral. It's like a sand color neutral. And I'm just going to apply it on my eyelid. And I don't want too much because I don't want this to show, and I'm going to blend it very well. So I keep working the product like this until it looks very much like my skin. But it adds a little bit of brightness, as you can see. Brightens up my eye, but it doesn't show like this. Again with the Milani palette, this second color over here. Take a little bit with my brush. Applying it. And blending it. Now I'm going to take my makeup brush, the M25. This is a brush that I usually use for the eyeliner, but I'm going to use just to do like a very tiny line, and it has to be so tiny and so into your lashes that doesn't have to show. And this is just to give a little bit of depth and give like a very nice effect once you apply your mascara, that will be applied very light, by the way. So this is just to make your lashes look more intense, okay? So when you apply your product, just think about going so close, almost like you're working this color inside of your lashes, okay? Just think about it that way. So I'm going to use this very dark color over here from my e.l.f. palette that I showed you before, okay? It's a very dark brown, or actually, you know what, I'm just going to go with the very dark one over here, because I'm going to apply, yes, I'm going to use this one because I'm going to apply actually a black mascara. I'm going to apply it very lightly after, but I'm going to use this color. So I take it with my brush over here and still apply it almost like you're working it into your lashes, okay? So super tight. You don't want this line to show too much. It has to look like it's a natural shadow that is there because of your lashes. So you don't have to do it in a way that shows like you're having an eyeliner on. It will be wrong, it's not the effect. So apply a little more. I hope you guys can see, like I'm doing it so close. I'm doing gentle tapping like this, and it's literally almost inside of my lashes. Super close. And you stop where your lashes stop, like where your lashes ends. Hope you can see. Okay, like this. I applied it, but you see a difference, but it's very mild difference, right? Because it has to be it has to look super natural. Going to do the other side with that same very dark color. I work the eyeshadow into my lash line. Very tight, so it will be unnoticeable. Now with the remaining product that is left on top of my M25 brush that I was using for the tiny line on top, I'm going to go around where my lower lashes are just to give a little bit of depth, but it has to be super tight, just like a tiny natural shadow. It has to look very natural. You can see it's there, but once we apply all the rest, it will look super natural. And I didn't dip the brush inside of the product, inside of the eyeshadow, because otherwise would be too much product and would be too much noticeable. Sort of work of like working very tight here and blend it super well to make it unnoticeable. Now I'm going to take my M23 brush, and I'm just never focus, but anyway, it's the M23. Just going to soften up the edges over here so it doesn't show too much that I apply something over here. So with a clean brush, like this. Perfect. Now I'm going to do the eyebrows. For the eyebrows, I'm going to use this brow tint pen from NYX, NYX, and the color is in ash brown. In my case, I choose the ash brown color, and we're going to make it very natural looking. So we're just going to draw like tiny strokes to mimic the hair, and following the natural pattern of your hair. Going upwards here in the beginning, because that's how the hair goes in this area. I'm going to do the other eyebrow. Don't worry, we're going to blend this product. It's a brow tint, like a pen, but it's still blendable. So we're going to blend after, so can make it look natural. This, and we're going to blend it. Blend, you can take your M27 brush over here. Going to just use this side over here. So I blend upwards here because it's the beginning of the eyebrows, and that's how naturally the eyebrows are, like upwards in the beginning and then you brush like this, just to blend everything. We want to look like we're not wearing makeup, we're cheating here. So upwards. And then like this. Perfect. Your eyebrows are done like that. Now for the rest of the face, we don't want to do a heavy contouring, but we definitely want to make the face look a little bit more defined. So I'm going to use the Shade Plus Light by Kat Von D, but it will be applied very, very lightly, just to make sure that it looks like it's not there, basically. So I'm going to take this brush over here, my M25 brush, this one, okay, and this is in the color Light, by the way, so it's very natural looking. So I'm going to take a little bit, going to work it very close to my hairline over here, like this, working it inside, like towards the hair, like this. You see, it hardly shows, and that's what we want, to blend so well that it doesn't show. Going like this with the rest, just to create a little bit of continuity with the color. Going to do it under here, very little, so make sure that it doesn't show, and blend super well. Going to take a little bit of product, very, very little, going like that over here. And even if you apply so little that doesn't show, that's good. That's what you want. So don't apply too much. Blending, blending, blending. Very important. Okay, now you want to revive the cheeks, but give like that healthy, like pink kind of feel, like almost like it's naturally there. So I'm going to use this Jouer palette, the Rose Gold Blush Duo, and I'm going to use this lighter color. It really won't show much, but it's really, really good, because you just want to give a little bit of that natural looking cheek, like just over here. We really, really, really want to make sure that this doesn't show like you have anything on your cheek, so go super light. And yes, it won't show much, but that's the whole thing. And that maybe a little bit here. And that's all because we don't want to show that we're applying makeup. Now lashes, I'm going to curl my lashes first. Going to curl, and then we're going to apply mascara. If you want a more natural look, like you're like, I don't know, like you have brown hair, go ahead and put like a brown mascara, something very close to your lashes. But I would say like that even using like a black mascara, unless you're blonde, obviously like it will show a lot, but just use like a black mascara and keep it very, very natural, so don't do too much. So we apply it in a way that looks like it's your natural lashes. So I'm going super light. Like this. I have hair going on top of my lashes. Literally adding color to my lashes, but honestly I'm applying it in a way that doesn't show like I'm wearing mascara. It's not too noticeable. This can do the same underneath, but you have to be very, very, very careful that you stay super tight and light. It's like almost like you give like a little bit of color, adding color, but not really showing that you have anything. Like this. Same over here. Your focus should be like to color your lashes with the mascara, but hide the fact that you're wearing mascara. So super light. Like this. And now it's time for the lips. For the lips, I would like to give a little bit of that natural, like healthy looking lip. So I'm going to use like a pink, like this is like a pink lip liner. This is from e.l.f. and this is the number 12, Wish Me a Rose. But any lip pencil that looks close to your lip color, or like there is pink. This like it doesn't look super close to my lip color when I apply it, but because we're going to blend it, it will give that nice looking healthy pink lip look. So I'm going to apply it. Don't overline, because otherwise it will be very noticeable that you're wearing makeup. Now I'm taking my M22 brush just so I can blend what I did with the pencil. seems like I touched my lips with some foundation on my hands. That's why I have all this lighter shade. I was thinking about applying a little bit of gloss, but honestly I'm thinking about putting a little bit of this color inside of my lips on the same lip pencil and blend it first. I'm blending it with my M22 brush. Like this. Okay, so now you can apply a lip balm. If you want, you can apply a gloss. If you don't mind that it shows that you're wearing a gloss, it's not a big deal. You still look very natural with this makeup look. I just have this, but I swear it's transparent once you apply it. So it's just like going to make my lips more hydrated. This is from NARS, but I cannot see. Oh, Laguna lip balm. Once you apply it, it's transparent. Just because my lips looks dry here. Actually, I have a little bit of this natural color. It makes it look more natural. Whatever I did before makes it look a little bit more like my natural lip color. Like this. And guys, this is my no makeup look. You can finish and set it like a second time, like even if we set it with the powder, with the MAC Fix Plus, this product over here. Spray it all over your face so your makeup won't move around. Like this. It also refreshes your makeup base and gives you a healthy glow, which is nice. Perfect. So this is the final look for the no makeup look. You can see it a little bit closer. This. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if there's anything that you didn't understand or if you need more information, and I will be very happy to answer to your questions. Thank you so much for watching and have a beautiful day. Bye, beauties.